Oh, hi there. Welcome to the channel. It's Friday. There's a new podcast episode out, so if you haven't seen that, be sure to check it out. It's an interview, which, as I've said before, is probably the last sort of podcast episodes I'll be doing. If you want to be able to keep seeing more of those episodes, please volunteer to come and be interviewed. It's a fun time. I don't know of anyone who's had a bad time. I don't want to jinx it, but hey, Scootaskits, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, so that podcast is there. Hopefully people enjoy it. I had an amazing time. It was all fun. You're at work, but wanted to stop by and say what's up. Thank you. Yeah, enjoy work. Hopefully it's the last day of the week for you. And yeah, I appreciate it. Franz Budikov, hello. So yeah, that's it. It's been a fun week, not the longest. No days off for 3 weeks. You're in some sort of crunch, or you're in some sort of other. Oh boy, that's rough. It's rough. Hopefully you enjoy it. You know, that's if you enjoy it, it's not a problem. Maintenance in an oil field. Oh wow. I'm thinking of that Steven Seagal movie. I'm thinking of that Steven Seagal movie in Alaska, where they had the rigs, the oil rigs. Oh, but it's hot, so you're not in Alaska. Hey, BMD Ayaka, great to see you. Southern Texas. Oh, okay. Boy. All right. Well, today's plan is nothing great, nothing grandiose. I'm going to play these bots. I was talking about the bot. I had played the 3Q bot, who I think is now rated 2Q off stream, and I was so impressed with it. I think we actually went over the Kifu and on stream, and there was only one move that I thought was sort of non-human, but it wasn't just bad. So it was non-human, but it was somewhat reasonable. Thank you. Yeah, you have a great day too. So I'm gonna do that, but I'm gonna start at the lower levels because I wanted to see if these are the bots that will replace Shogi bots in my recommendation. Spoiler alert, I actually did play the lowest level. I think it's 7Q off stream, and I was not feeling as impressed. So I'm hoping that that's just an unfortunate one. It did one of those bot moves where it played just fine, and then all of a sudden it played a terrible move. And so it's possible it's possible it was just a bunch of luck in that first game where the bot seemed to play normally. But we'll see. We will see. Where am I? I am here. Let's go here. Let's play. We are in the bots. What is this? This is to Don? No, yeah, Don. No, I'm sorry. I don't want to play. I just want to play these bots. This is 8Q. This might be the one that I played already. Are there any worse? Okay, there are no other worse. So this one is 8Q, this bot. I'm going to challenge it. I have a new layout now for this. I didn't hear sound. I have a new layout. I was thinking of using it. Oh boy, it's not readily accessible to me. But I think I'll stick with this for now because it has a big black thing under the chat, and it didn't seem to look all that great. Okay. Okay. I don't want to play anything crazy, so I'm just gonna blitz out a little bit here. So we're seeing some what I would say are not the most human moves. That doesn't work though. Doesn't work. All right, I'm already disappointed. I'm already extremely disappointed. Maybe this is going to be the only one. Maybe this is going to be the only one I play. This is not an 8Q. This is not how 8Qs play. This is Is he going to do this? Drop the pawn again? No. He's got no... He does have a pawn. All right. He's got no pieces. If I come up, he pushes here. I take, he takes. All right, all right. Yeah. All right. So this is no great human bot that I'd sort of the one that I'd been hoping for. But let's finish it off. Let's finish it off. Let's activate our bishop. What are we looking at now? Knight drop here? No. Let's play it simple. Play it simple and stupid. Play it simple and stupid. Now it's being really stupid. Do we have mate? Knight drop. All right, I'll just take it. I don't see it. I don't want to go into my main time here. Do I have mate? He's got no pieces. So I'm just going to do Tzumero. I'm just going to do Tzumero. Push it up. Do I have mate in one? Do I have mate in one? I don't think so. All right. All right. So that's the end. Oh, these get points? These get points? I got a rating point. I got one rating buck. I got one rating buck. All right. So now my ideas for the stream today are in shambles. My ideas are in shambles because that's not a good bot. What did I do here? Wait, what did I do here? Wait, what did I do? What did I do that was so wrong? Wait, what did I do? The engine should have done this. Wait, what? Wait, hold on. So I made my move. Yeah, he should have taken here. And he has 2 pawns. Well. Okay, it went back to even. It went back to even. Yeah. These always trip me up. These definitely always trip me up. So if he takes, just to go through, he's got enough Tataki power. I think I was playing mindless Shogi here. Wow. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Nice. Okay. Anyway, that was not the most enjoyable bot game. All right, so my recommendation has been reserved. They're still okay. I mean, it's still whatever. It's still a bot, but not human. Not human. I think I must have just gotten very lucky in that first game of maybe in the first game I played against the 3Q bot. Maybe I just broke in so early that it felt like it was a human level. It felt maybe it just felt like it was a human-ish bot, because really all their moves were bad. All the moves that were available to the engine were bad after getting broken into. And then the one move that I did think was non-human, maybe it was just, it didn't really make much of a difference, so I didn't disqualify it enough. All right, so that's going to be that. That is it for that. That's it for that. No more bot test. So today's bot test is over. I think I have the answers I'm looking for. If we look at the previous time I played, this bot. So the previous time I played this bot when it was 7Q, I'll show that one. I played different than my normal, because it's been so long since I played that I sort of forgot. So nothing terribly, it's humanish, definitely humanish. But this move here, this one is the, it's still great. It's still they're still losing, but like this just was like, whatever. Okay, we're no longer playing real stuff. The most beginner is gonna at least take here, or try to do something like put a pawn on the head of this, or do literally anything but this kind of dumb move. I'm playing top of the engine moves. Like this too. This one here. It's just like, what are you doing? What are you doing? A human is never going to do this move. Like, if the bot is going to play moves like that, just resign. Just resign. Look at this. We have stylized text here in the first time chat. They've broken through the filter. Look at that. This weirdo stylized text. And the thing though, my concern with this spam message is that, what am I supposed to do with the space? Previous spam attempts would always let me know what to do with this. Now it's just like, viewers, blah, space.com. Like, they used to say to remove the space. Are they suggesting that I no longer remove the space? All right. Anyway, disappointing day. Disappointing day for Hikaku. Wah, wah. All right. I'm seeing text. Magic Based, good to see you. I see your message in my little Java client, but it's not showing in my Twitch client. What is going on? Not one of these days again. Fordoon, I see a message from you from 6 minutes ago that says happy podcast day. This is not showing. I'm gonna take a photo and I'll share it later, just to show what I am seeing here. Actually, I'll share it now on the Discord. This photo. Wonder if I could share this more easily. Yeah, give me a second here. I'm going to show what is showing up. You'll see some glare on my display. Okay, now let's show this. Get this. Oops. Let me just switch my scene here for a brief moment. And now, boy, this is embarrassingly dirty screen here, but let me. Here's what. Here is what I'm about to switch the layout. I'm about to switch the layout. I'm just trying to fit it in here. There we go. This is what is showing up in my Twitch chat, my management console. This is it. So we got Scootiskits messages. We've got a couple welcome to the show, the chat room. We've got the spam. Do not see Foradun. Do not see Magic Based. Guys are lurking over there. Just lurking, sending stealthy ninja messages. Let me see. Oh, the ghost shows up. The ghost shows up, but Space the Final Frontier does not. They reserved the website domain does not. The website, the space domain. But at least it's showing up in the stream. At least it's showing up in the stream. Every even number post. That's a theory. No, that's not a theory anymore, because at 11:43, Magic Based said they reserved the website. And then at 11:44, Foradun said Space the Final Frontier, #test. And neither of those show up in my management console. Greg S., you try to be as stealthy as possible. So we have a bunch of stealth viewers right now. We have a bunch of stealth chat. I reloaded my Twitch chat window, or my Twitch window, the Twitch management console window, and now they're all there. So I'm gonna just hope that those come up. But anyway, sorry for the I don't know what. Trobach is playing. Trobach was a spectator for some of those WSL games. KKR is playing. We got I Dream of Shogi in there. I'm gonna put this on for the moment while I decide what to do. I don't know what to do. Maybe I'm just gonna close up the stream. I had such high hopes, even though I had a slight sense of doubt based on the one game I played against the game I played against yesterday off stream on the 7Q bot. I really had high hopes that we'd have some good stuff, like a good bot site to recommend to people. But that first game was a disaster. That was not at all human. Not at all. I'm going to flip the board so we can more easily cheer for I Dream of Shogi. There's a lot of WSL tomorrow. There is a lot of WSL tomorrow. We'll have to see. Not all of it lines up with when I'm usually available. So I don't know if I'm going to, if or how much I'm going to stream. But there are a lot of games tomorrow. Tulip is playing. Benjamin Schuett's playing. Ghost 1 is playing. When is your game, Foradun? Is it Monday or is it today? Because yours isn't showing up. Your game is not showing up in that list. At least it wasn't when I last looked. Sunday. Oh, yeah, you said that. Sunday, 9 a.m. Central. Yeah, when I'm at the Shogi Club. Okay. Well, yeah, I am at the Shogi Club. That's 11 a.m. my time. Look at this, Gongi. This is a Gongi user. He's a Gongi-man. what I don't, I was considering this move. What I don't like about it is that if he comes up, then we have to defend it with a piece, or do we not? If he comes up, do we drop a knight?
30秒
Yeah, if he comes up, we drop a knight. Yeah, that's huge. Although we would in the end give up 2 knights for a silver, which might not be good, but maybe it is in this position. Like if we drop a knight here, he's gonna take it a million times. Take, and then what? And then what? Silver? Gold? Silver and gold. That's a mature move. I see this username Tanaka1964, and it makes me think about a tweet, whether it's related or not. I don't know. A tweet that I copied. Like I said, there's been a lot on Japanese shogi Twitter, and I'm just snapshotting anything that looks interesting in case I did like a one-off podcast or something to talk about these tweets. But here's it's a discussion about well, there's some from Ryuta which are great, but there's this other discussion. Okay, so the discussion I'm trying to find the first. Okay, so the first bit, it says in sports. This is from a user with giving the name Masahiro Ito. In whether or not that's real or not, I don't know. In sports, music, or shogi, the level you can reach within 1 or 2 years if you start during childhood through club activities or the like is one that if you start as an adult, you won't attain even after 10 to 20 years, right? That's the end of the quote. So he says, just let me read this again. In sports, music, or shogi, the level you can reach within 1 or 2 years if you start during childhood through club activities or the like is one that if you start as an adult, you won't attain even after 10 to 20 years. And then he responds to his own tweet and he says, that's why I can't beat that old guy at all who says, I learned shogi back in my student days in the shogi club. Nowadays, I only play in team matches for the association. So it's an insightful comment. I don't know if it's true, but there's the element of truth to it, which is the most important part of truth. is that it's truthy. It is truthy, and I've been thinking about that a bit. You know, this idea that if you start as a and the reason I'm thinking about it is that I saw 1964, so I'm thinking this is an older person, but maybe he's starting late. You know, the reason why he's 2 dan maybe is because he's starting later in life rather than when he was a child. You know, in which case he'd probably be 5 dan now. Something like that. I'm reading way too much into it, but this topic has come up in some of the chess podcasts I follow. I'm sure it's nothing mind-blowing or revolutionary, but it does seem kind of strange, you know, how our brains are or you know, how they work, where if you just picked up shogi or chess when you were a kid, your odds must be so much higher of reaching a strong level than an adult who picked up shogi. You know, much like myself. You know, I learned of shogi. I won't give ages, but you know, I learned of shogi probably in my 20s, and you know, much later in life started actually, it might have been in my 30s that I learned of shogi. Probably in my 30s. You know, so the cap, you know, my level, my ceiling is probably many ranks lower than had I learned the game and maybe even gotten to a reasonable level when I was a kid. But maybe I'm just making excuses. I think it's interesting. No one's responding, so no one else thinks it's interesting, and that's fine. Everyone's just mesmerized by this game, which is interesting. Like, these are tough. These are the kinds of games that that determine levels between players. Like, when there are mutual strong attacks, but no clear knockout punch, how to increase or maintain, you know, how to increase your advantage or maintain your disadvantage, or, you know, things like that, while not just going too ham. I think it's an amateur mistake, or a lower level player mistake, like for me, is to just go all out. It's like, once I'm attacking the king, I think I tend to go all out, even though maybe sprint would help these kind of positions. You know, sprint would help there. Like, you just get used to playing. You get used to existing in the discomfort of a very sharp endgame position where no one has a clear advantage. Maybe I'm just speaking aloud here. My management console is still struggling. How in the world? Yeah, Dragon 98 is Tsumero. It is Tsumero. So I guess when in doubt, make Tsumero threats. I'm not sure, because there's plenty to defend with. The other guy, the other side, the side going down, which is Sente, but the side going down doesn't have a check right now, or doesn't have a reasonable check. So if we do make our Tsumero, okay, he's defending. I was gonna say Ruben Duck Avenger, Rubber Duck Avenger. Hello, welcome. Yeah, you spring chickens can't relate. That's true. Everyone in chat is young. Everyone in chat is just a teenager. Oh, Kodaman33, hello. Nice to see you. Thank you again for doing that interview. Really fun. I've listened to it 3 times already. I had a great time during, and I really enjoyed listening to it after. So thank you again. I hope people enjoy. You know, I hope everyone else enjoys it. So this is also Tsumero. It's also Tsumero, but unlike the previous move, this now allows him to do this. Allows him to take the gold with check. Which maybe is fine.
40秒。50秒。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8。
Yeah, I think I like his move order more, maybe. All right. Okay. I don't know what he would have done. I don't know what he could have done. Run forward? Could he have run? He was grabbing a piece, but could he have run? Or should he have just dropped a silver? So desu ne. So let's I'm gonna look at this user account. Oh, you can't open it from here. So, 81 Dojo is little. 81 Dojo, it's death by 1,000 cuts, I swear, on some of these sites. But 81 Dojo in particular, it's death by 1,000 cuts. It's just little stuff not working. I just want to click on this guy's name, see his profile, see how many games he's played, that kind of stuff. Greetings from Minnesota. The Otters. You say you want to say firmly that you firmly disagree with the tweet you shared. Oh, really? Oh, now we're talking. Now we're talking. Preach to me. Let me. How can I make myself feel like I can do something here? How can I get more confidence? I need to hear this. Because I am on team start very late, and I would love to be able to compete with team start very early. Oh, we got another game. We got another one. We got another I Dream of Shogi. You think what you'd point to is that most people assume language learning is especially easy for kids to learn compared to adults. I mean, that's certainly conventional thinking, is that kids learn languages extremely quickly, and kids can learn languages such that they won't have an accent, whereas adults can learn later in life and they will have it. They could be fluent for 30 years and still have accents. So I'm not sure if this is. I'm not sure if you're making your case yet. Like languages wise, I could learn Japanese and move to Japan and live there for the next 30 years, and I will always have an accent, right? Like there's no adults just can't do it. Several studies have found the opposite, that the adults learn faster, retain more. Really? That almost feels maybe that's one of those that is just so counter to anecdotal evidence or personal experience that is just kind of shocking. I think of the kids who I know having lived in an area that had sort of a I don't even know what you'd call it, but just kids that have come from outside the little pockets of people who migrated in, And the kids, it seemed like within a year or two, are just like they're fluent with their friends. It feels like, and in my personal experience, like some of those kids were actually serving as translators for the adults who had been there for years. I was working at tennis courts in that area when I was younger, and I can see this little kid's face in my mind right now. This kid who I don't think he had been there for more than a year or two in the States, and he was doing the Russian English translation for some of these adults talking to me. The adults had been there for a while. You think most adult learners feel silly while trying to learn, so they don't try? Ah, interesting. Okay, so I'm missing this message in Twitch, so I'm gonna have to go over here. Fordun has said you're enjoying the podcast. You haven't finished it, but you feel Graham. I've got a, and you have walked a similar path. You can see me moving my little window over there. It doesn't fit on the screen, so I have to pull it. I can only see half messages, so I've got to like pull it in and out of the screen. So Rubber Duck Avenger, you say that you've got a bit of background. Adults for sure learn easier, but kids have a different capacity that allows ultimately for better mastery. Yeah, maybe that's a good way to put it, I think. And maybe it ties back. So like as an adult, these days I almost don't consider it, like I consider this like a kid. I'd kill to be this age. But when I was between 18 and 20, it was very quick for me to learn some languages, learn languages to the point where I could read really well, read or write, pretty decently, but not speak, because I wasn't speaking to people. I was learning out of books. I was sort of self-learning out of books. And that did happen very quickly. But that said, almost all of that for both languages I'm thinking of is gone, is literally gone. I don't know how long it took for me to lose that, but probably once I started hitting 40s, that was just, the language stuff was completely gone. It's like I barely even studied those languages. Maybe that'd be the same with kids. I don't know. I don't have much experience in that. The kid is tossed in and forced to learn if they want to make friends. So even if they need 2x as much work, they're putting in maybe 5x as much work. Interesting. So I've heard that argument for chess and for shogi. I've heard that argument used for both games, actually. That sometimes it feels like the kids learn so much faster, but they are just so dedicated to what they're doing and single-mindedly focused in what they're doing that they're just growing faster. And yeah, who's when I think, I've effectively for the past 2 years been a full-time shogi player, kind of like, and I haven't improved that much, but it's not, but what I have done is not necessarily that same sort of focused time that kids have. It has been, when I'm streaming, I'm not single-minded focused, but I am focused. And when I'm doing tsume, I'm not doing hours of tsume on end. But I don't want to use myself as too much of an example. Maybe my brain is just too broken at this point in my life. Shogi Wars, 81 Dojo, WSL. Oh, that's the Foradun path. I didn't realize you started on Shogi Wars. I don't think I knew or retained that bit of the Foradun lore. Shogi War's that gateway. This is a cool spot. You know, I'm loving what Adrian Shogi has going for him here. And as we know, you know, the gold is equal to a bishop in value. And in this case, though, it's hard for me to evaluate which piece is more valuable. Which piece is more valuable, the gold on 3-2 or the bishop on 4-2? Because I don't think we want to lose this gold. I think this gold is doing a lot of work right now. And that bishop is doing nothing. So, unfortunately, this pawn is blocking our rook. Hey, Lorenzo Coco, nice to see you. You saw the podcast. Yeah, the podcast is... If people want to be interviewed, I will interview them. I will put on my bells. I'll go dancing in the streets, happy that I have someone to interview. Memoria77, first time chat, welcome. You say, hello to everyone, you're barely new in Shogi, you know the rules and the pieces. Which advice would you give me? Also, on which website should I play? My first advice is usually this link here of getting started with Shogi. And this is Killer Ducky, a fellow streamer. He hasn't been streaming Shogi as much lately, but I think he will be. It's a nice introduction to the game. It talks about the various servers and how to connect to them. It talks about where to talk about the game. It provides some sort of learning material or some sort of guided learning material. I think it references the Lee Shogi learning session too, but maybe not. So I'll push this here. I think this is a great resource to learning a little bit more beyond just the pieces. I mean, it certainly has learning about the pieces, but it talks about tactics and stuff like that. And yeah, that's what I would advise. The only other thing I would say is have fun. You know, the game is a really fun game. You know, don't treat it like work. Don't worry about the pace of improvement. So much easier said than done, but just have fun, try things, and enjoy. So welcome. It's always good to see new Shogi players. Curious, what made you even try Shogi, or what has gotten you even slightly interested in Shogi? If it was our move right now, would this be a case where we would bring the token closer to the king and potentially start taking these pieces? Or would this be one of those rarer cases where we bring our token away from the king so that we can get some room for our rook? Or is this where would we just take the bishop now and then get the token over? The thing I don't like about taking the bishop now is that I think the king can take. He's flailing. Gote's flailing. It's a good one. Any Virtua Fighter fans out there see that leaked footage? Rather than pawn 3-1 or pawn 1, would you consider promoted pawn 2-3 for the next move 3-3? that sure feels. I mean, I suppose it just that to me feels so slow. You know, we're talking two moves here, and 3. You know, if we count taking the bishop. But maybe. I mean, it sure is strong. But we're spending time. Yeah, the token is faster than you think, but like we're making it slower. We're all right. All right. Do we have mate? Do we have mate? Okay, now I think we can just, yeah. So if he would have taken with the king, I think taking with the king is the more interesting case. I think, but we'll see. King 5-3. What's the? I think King 5-3 might be the better chance here. I don't know, because there's still no way to mate. Okay, so he gets the 1 gap, then the bishop drop on 3-1. So this is gonna be rough times. If he just runs now, bishop 3-1, which way is he gonna run? Okay, so now, yeah, that seems great. The king goes to 4-1. It's silver on 4-2. And then, yeah, that's mate. Nice. Very nice mate. What's this? Yeah. Still struggling to see the chat. I see Quordun's GG over on the side. My Twitch management console's showing me nothing. Oh no. Not like this. Not like this. Not like this. He's rage waiting. KKR should say thank you for the game. Man, what's wrong here? So how many games is so 600 games played? Man. Tokens also get stronger when pulled back. Is a proverb? Is it? Wait, what was that sound? Wait, what was that sound? I think maybe it's just the regular sound, but as I was talking, I only heard certain tones of it. Wow. We got hold on. We got some chat going on. We got some chat. We got makemashita, arigatou gozaimasu. Arigatou gozaimashita. Makemashita, arigatou gozaimashita. And then 3 exclamation points from the opponent. I don't know what the deal was there. I don't know what the deal was there. But we've got drama. We've got drama. 6 people looking at this game. All right. Is anyone looking? Okay, this is a 22:37. So this is a 5 Dan. This is a 5 Dan looking for a 10-second game. I'm not sure. This is a practice 10-second game. I'd rather play a rated 10-second game. I'll play it. I'll play it. No, he's 250 rating points above me. I don't want to waste his time. Well, it's practice. So he is wasting time. All right, maybe he is thinking I'm wasting his time because he's not even responding to it. But I Dream of Shogi did start a new game. All right, the opponent did not respond within the time limit. Oh well. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Yloigh, nice to see you. Oh, also, Yloigh, I wanted to say the other day, but I haven't seen you since then. Thank you for that tier 1 subscription that you did. I didn't realize at the time that it was another 6 month of that. So thank you. Extra thank you. So I thanked already, but extra thank you. Too generous. I'm gonna get some more tea. I'll be right back. Back. Taylor McKinnon, hello. Yeah, 81 Dojo Drama. Hashtag 81 Dojo Drama. Oh, man, Yloigh, thank you. You don't plan on canceling. I'll try to keep it going. Try to live up to the expectations, or at least some expectations. How can I do this? I need to figure out how to fix this chat right now. This is frustrating over here on Twitch because I'm missing messages. What can I do? Okay, so what's happening? I Dream of Shogi, Sente again. Zucotto, which is making me think of Italian deli sandwiches. I imagine it's because of there's a store that's Zanato's over here, and Koto, it kind of sounds Italian-ish to me. I have been craving a capicola sandwich, better known to Sopranos fans as gabagool. I would love a gabagool sandwich. Gabagool and vinegar peppers, and I think I think provolone is the cheese. I'd have to look, but I have been craving some deli sandwiches lately. I try not to eat sandwiches too much, just because bread is so good, but gosh, it's so deadly. Bread is like I want that gabagool. Uh, I looked up. I was watching an Italian channel, like Italian YouTube channel. It was in Italian, and just talking about it was some food thing, and I thought I heard the person say gabagool, for capicola, and or capicolo. I can't remember which is the right word. But I thought my ears heard gabagool, and I'm like, wait, I thought that was an American, Italian American thing. And so I looked it up. And sure enough, yeah, it's the etymology is Italian American, east side, of course, because that's where people came in. But apparently, now I'm not going to do it justice. But I learned something. I didn't realize that the unvoiced sound, some of the unvoiced sounds in the original Italian words, as people came over here, like the C's got to be a G, like more the C sound started, or the unvoiced C started sounding like G, and Italian Americans started cutting off some of the final vowels. So like one of the things Carmela says in Sopranos, they're New Jersey Italian Americans. They like, oh, enjoy my ricotta pie, ricotta pie. So both of those things were in play there, where the C turned to G, and the ending was just dropped. So resulting in ricotta pie. And as sort of I grew up in the Midwest in Cleveland, and that style of Italian speech, I didn't hear it as much. I'm mostly Hungarian, but I think culturally I'm mostly Italian. I guess genetically, there's the mix. I have more mix of Hungarian, but sort of culturally I'm more Italian American. But our places, I think that dropping the final syllable was sometimes happening, but I don't remember it at all to the extent that they do in New Jersey. Or maybe New York, I'm not sure. But anyway, those little things I find, like I said, I am so easily entertained by the mundane, or interested in the mundane, that like that took me down an entire rabbit hole the other day of just learning about that. Because I've seen Sopranos a million times, but I just never really thought much about that the pronunciation. And so I was like, why do they, basically, after all these years, like, why do they call it gabagool? There's also the funny The Office scene. I think they go to lunch with Michael and Dwight and Andy. I think go to lunch with an insurance salesman who they're speculating is mobbed up. And yeah, Michael, I think it's Michael says, I can't even get through it. I'll have the gabagool. And the waitress asks, like what? And Dwight clarifies, he'll have the gabagool. It's a ridiculous scene. I love the we got this. Oh, let's do it. Let's do it. Right? Bishop takes is it. Or is this too much? Is this too much? I think bishop takes is it. Bishop take. Silver take? Or is it bishop take, silver take, knight? What's the move here? Idruna Shogi's in the tank. This is a critical moment here. Whoa, boy, this got spicy. There it is. I mean, that's what I'm doing. But, you know, I will just redo whatever mindless thing that has worked for me in the past. This is an interesting situation. Yeah, the thing with the Tataki is that this is not Sumero. Taking this gold is not Sumero. Taking the gold is not Sumero. Woo! Yeah, Tataki no Hu is the static rook break-in defender's best friend. Can we do a move order thing here? Can we take this silver first? Then they take, then we take? No, if we take, they take. No, and then we take, and then they take, or maybe just promote. Ooh, it all seems rough. It all seems rough. Boy, I'm very tempted about the evaluation here. Boy, oh boy. Madon, oof Madon, just to keep Sopranos going. Sopranos talk. This is going to become the Sopranos and Shogi Talk channel. There's an ongoing discussion that has recently started with one of the major Sopranos analysts, like video YouTubers, discussing the the impact of AI right now on his channel. And yeah, so is this mate? This is mate, right? Silver. Oh, no, it's not mate. Silver, he runs, we take this pawn. He runs over here. Yowzer! But anyway, so what this YouTuber was, he recently made a video about this, and there are maybe 2 or 3 Sopranos sort of analysts or YouTubers, whatever that you call these guys, humans that are making high quality, high effort videos analyzing even the smallest things about shows like The Sopranos or The Wire or whatever. But meanwhile, there's this growing invasion of AI trash videos. So like let's say he releases a high quality Sopranos video every week. And let's say it gets 10,000 views or whatever. What he's seeing and what, everyone is seeing, I guess, is that now there are like 10 Sopranos AI channels, and they're each releasing just absolute trash, like once a day, multiple times a day, and some of those videos are like the videos apparently are kind of like almost nonsensical, but some of the parts from there, they're clearly taking from source material of these videos that are analyzed by these humans. So the humans are sort of they're being beaten by the AI taking over the algorithm. So the YouTubers' video numbers have gone way down. The AI, those numbers don't get a lot, but some of them go super viral for who knows what reason, because they're not good, they don't make sense, they're not accurate. But some of them do go super high view, and it's making it very difficult to make real content because of these AI channels. And so, it's a fascinating discussion. Maybe who knows what's going to happen, but I was thinking maybe if these AI channels, maybe I should just make a Shogi Dad AI channel and just have it make a new Shogi video for me every single day in the style of Shogi Dad. And even if it's nonsense, let's just see if it goes viral. Let's see if anything goes viral. Yeah, this is I like this. I don't think this is enough myself, but it'll be interesting. I don't think this is enough. Yeah. What's the safest? The safest way. The safest way. Make sure it's not Nifu. Yeah. Hi, Atari, you running around? I'm gonna guess that Atari used the litter box because she's zooming around. I mentioned the other day that we started giving Atari some pumpkin, like canned puree pumpkin, no ingredient but pumpkin. And we had gotten these cans of organic pumpkin puree from Whole Foods, because that's what they had. But my wife got some non-organic the other day. So we're ready when we run out. Anyway, we ran out of the organic cans, and Atari has, as I mentioned before, Atari has been just loving this pumpkin. She's and it seems to be helping with her irritable bowel disease. But anyway, yesterday, open up the first can of the non-organic pumpkin, also from Whole Foods, and Atari wanted none of it. She went over to the bowl, smelled it, looked up at me, and then just walked away. And eventually, after a few hours, she did eat it, I think. But like, she is this cat, I swear, the most particular cat. Maybe all cats are like that. I don't know. Boy, this is a wide open. This is a spicy meatball game. Can't drop a rook on 2-8, right? Because then the just the gold drop. The gold drop on 3-8. Where is he looking to drop this gold, this rook? 2-7? Okay. Man, Shogi, it's so easy to start getting slow.
10秒
It's okay. I was looking at gold for 6, but maybe that just lets them take with the bishop. Wow. Can the token walk back to 2-8? Or is he going to drop rook on 1-8 now?
10秒
No, he can't because of the silver. Token 2-8 would block the horse, but it would threaten something. Oh boy, I thought he was going to Nifu. I thought he was going to drop the pawn here. That doesn't feel. Is there gold? Ooh, 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 ooh. That's surprising. Maybe it's not. I guess this lets him run up the board.
10秒
I thought he'd go. My knee jerk was 6-9. Was pulling the king back to 6-9.
20秒 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9
Hmm.
10秒
Can't easily be checked here.
10秒 20秒 1、2、
Boy, these
3、
I Dream of Shogi games today have been like barn burners on this.
8、9
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Is it mate? Is that mate? I think that is. I think that's mate.
10秒
He runs forward, right? Yeah. I think running to the side was mate. Running forward, diagonal.
10秒
I Ooh. Ooh.
10秒。20秒。1、2、3、4、5、
Can he run to 3-7?
9、10秒。
Yeah, now he's opened up this defensive. Is that enough? No. Oh. Wow.
10秒。
Wow. I can't calculate. Ah, nice. Yeah, very nice. Very nice. Woo. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, yeah. This I think that gold, I don't know if he got sniped there, but and then he drops the pawn on 4-6. Yeah. Then drop the gold. Boy. Rook takes 2-4 you didn't like. I mean at the moment I loved it because I thought it was Sumero. But this running path was so rough. Like this to me, this is if this actually was a good move, that's brilliant because I thought he threw the game here. What if knight drop on 3-8 now? What if knight drop now? Same deal. Okay. Same deal. Boy. There has to have been something there. There has to have been something there, right? Is Dragon 2-5 any better than 2-4? Wait, is Dragon 2-5 is Dragon 2-5 real? Dragon 2-5, king takes, and then what? Knight drop 1-7? I'm still curious also about that about the decision. I don't know if there was really any reasonable decision left, but the taking of the gold on 3-2 with the horse. I think I would have at least taken one pawn. I would have at least taken one of the Tatakis first. What a move. What a move this 5-3 token is. Goodness. Or maybe it's not. Maybe it's not that good a move. Because it all, not that it's a, I mean, it's a good move, but maybe it's not that difficult to see. If you don't believe you can be mated, it's pretty darn strong, backed by this bishop. Hmm. This horse was crazy. Gosh, it is so difficult to mate a king that is down on that other side of the board. Man, man, oh man, oh man. So in post game here, I'm going to switch. I'm going to go look at that decision to take the bishop. I'm going to run a quick eval. So here I think, at a minimum, I take this pawn. But I'm going to run this analyze by AI move. I think if you're going to take this gold, you probably should take the pawn first. But okay, it is this position is minus 1162. The number one move is silver takes. Silver takes 3-5. Silver takes 3-5 promote. 2-8 takes pawn. Bishop takes, or horse takes. Then the rook takes. So sort of effectively what we kind of got. The second best move was 4-4 knight. Four knight. What? And then where does this finish? This goes pawn takes 3-2 gold to it. Yeah, so it's basically the same. It's sort of the same. It's giving up this thing, which we were going to lose anyway. And then 8-6 pawn. Ah, haha. Okay. Cute. But that variation is still minus 1500. Man, I hate when this happens to me. Good game. All right, let's get out of there. Anyone else to watch? Asadis is playing. I think we missed him playing in a WSL game. That game's already pretty far along. All right. What else is going on? I see this Octananda with 0-10 time control in these tournament games. Seems like almost every day, but I never see them actually playing. I don't know what that is. All right. Well, I'm going to try to play a 10-second game. so disappointed by those bots. The Hikari bot, Hikari. That's what the site is called. Yeah, Hikaku, not Hikari. Hikaku, the Hikaku bots. I was also going to say that it seems kind of weird that the bots are rated, but then again, that's exactly what I said should have been done on sites that have low player population. You should have some rated bots, as long as you can trust those bots. And these are a little randomish, but it's probably fine. I didn't think that the bots actually counted towards rating initially because in the you don't get credit for them towards your provisional ranking, I think. Like, it still says I've only played 2 of 30 games, and is this winning? I've only won 2 of 5 games? Yeah. But those are I've only played 2 human games on Hikaku. Maybe there's a sweet spot for the bots? What do you mean? I just wish these were a little more realistic. I just wish they were. I mean, I wish for $1 billion. Like I could wish for anything, but yeah, that first game was such a good. I had ridiculously high hopes for that first game. So now this makes me wonder what they're actually using for these bots. What software they're using. Maybe I'm guessing it is probably just Yanra-O at various versions or various numbers with various tweaks. Oh, yeah, maybe a sweet spot for where they stop playing the nonsense moves, but still not the top moves. Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, it's so hard, to decide what is a nonsense move and what's not. Especially since in that first bot game that I played, they made a move that I thought was a nonsense move. Then I realized, whoa, no, that's a real cool trap. And I could see a human doing that. Okay. No one's joining me. No one wants to play me, and that's understandable. They don't want that 14Q running wild on them. That what is my oh, KKR. Oh, all right. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. All right. Man. This is not fair though. This is a Gangi guy. At least I'm Sente. At least I'm Sente. That's the most important part of this. I will accept timeout wins. We take those. Okay.
123
Let's come up.
123
So the question now is, like, I think I do come up with the silver if he takes the. I don't think he'll take this pawn. Yeah. I don't remember. I don't remember my lines. I don't remember my lines. I don't remember my lines. I don't remember my lines.
3、4、5、6、1、2、3、4、 5、1、2、3、4、
Yeah, at some point I'm going to want to get this pawn up so I can get my knight up.
8、9、1、
Uh,
2、3、4、5、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、
don't like it. Don't like it. Don't like it.
2、
Just had to make a move. I had grabbed. I was too close. I've got to make my decision before 8.
8、9、
I've got to make my decision before 8.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、1、2、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、
In that case, I didn't need to worry about defending this because my bishop is defending this.
4、5、6、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、1、2、3、4、5、6、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、1、2、3、4、5、6、
Nice.
7、8、9、
Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Nice, nice.
3、4、5、
Yeah. Yeah, this is why I can't
3、4、5、6、7、8、9、
Dang, 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 dang. That's not the first time that's happened.
4、5、6、7、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、1、2、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、
Okay.
1、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、
It's just
8、
eyeing which if I've got any options other than this. I think maybe I should have brought it over here, but
6、
um
7、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、
I had to make a move. I studied. I was looking at a line too much.
3、4、5、6、7、8、9、
Okay.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、1、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、1、2、3、4、5、6、
Where do I want to go with this?
8、9、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、
Don't like it. Don't like it. I just I don't see
4、
another move.
6、
I just don't see another move.
8、9、1、
Okay.
2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、1、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、
Ah.
1、2、3、1、 3、4、5、
I'm leaning so closely into this thing here.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、1、2、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、1、2、3、4、
Where am I looking? Where am I looking?
7、8、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、1、2、
Okay.
3、4、5、6、7、8、
Interesting.
2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、1、
Can I
1、2、
can I take
5、6、7、1、2、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、
Ah!
1、2、3、4、5、
I think a knight might have been better.
7、8、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
I had to make a move. I wanted to put it somewhere else. I wanted to put it somewhere else. I had to make a move. There goes my plan. There it goes. GG. Oh man, I started thinking too much about this. Oh, I can't let that happen. I can't let that happen. Let's copy that in. Yeah. I self-destruct. I self-destruct against this opening. That's the problem. Is that, you know, my opponents in this don't really have to do anything. I'm going to self-destruct. Let's bring this into here. Oh, that was a fun one. I wanted to get that silver into the middle. I just started thinking about my plans too much versus the overall game plans. So great game. Thank you. I feel like that edge might not have been as scary. Okay, so it is bad. So where I mean, my position's bad. Where did I give up the advantage here? It's all bad. All this way back. I know the engine loves Gangi, so I don't want to just overestimate, but okay, so here's the point. So here's where everything is even. So -1, 4. -1. Okay. What? So I'm not going to learn anything from this. Long story short, I'm not going to learn anything from this. Let's just do this. Yeah. So I pushed too much. You think you missed make? Yeah, I was expecting you to make that night trade. And I figured I might as well make it on this side before you get the chance to. There's a fork. I didn't see anything against me, or I was looking for things, but I didn't see it. Was there one? I presumably it was for you because your eval at some point got real high. Yeah, I think that this is a sign that, you know, I can't play these positions in a 10-second game. It's just too, like, I have to be more solid to be able to play something like this. My ideas of waiting, my waiting moves give up so much. Yeah, so it just wanted me to do the engine-y stuff, normal stuff. I was definitely afraid of this because I didn't want these drops to become something. Yeah, it's like, I guess I just don't really have much to do. The engine does want me to do this, which is kind of why I had opened up this pawn to begin with. But then, so in considering this, I thought, okay, well, if he does this, then what? Then what? On further thought, the engine doesn't like this and does like the pawn, like, it's just trying to stay alive. Man. Yeah, this is just a even material, but just a huge positional king safety. The in-browser engine's calling this minus 7.8. Server side is calling it minus 11. I'm not even seeing the tactical shot. There must be some tactical shot. So move 63. Okay, so this was a big mistake of me trying to do it. Yeah, so if you take, oh, now there's the fork. Now there's the fork. Oh boy, now there's the fork. Oh gosh, yeah. Yeah. This is cute. Okay. So this is one of those games. I don't know what I take from this. That I need to get better at waiting moves, or that I need to get better at my shuffling pieces in a slow, like in a game that is, there is no option besides being a slow game. I have to play the slow game. Gold 5-8, gold 5-9, make my castle. I think this is similar to the games I play against Z-Kid, in that, so I bring this up, I see this, and I think this, to me, like this looks kind of like weakness. This to me looks Like there's something wrong. Something. It feels like my inner sense is that there's something wrong here, and that I'm going to have holes that I'm going to be able to poke through. And so I try to poke through, and I end up just getting myself beaten. Maybe the moral is that against 5th rank Gangi, 5th rank Rook and Gangi, there are no holes. Don't look for, like, I'm seeing mirages out there. Maybe I just have to play slowly. Play slowly, hope the opponent makes slow moves. I play slowly, hope the opponent makes mistakes or something. Yeah. This would be great, like, you know, like I have a regular opponent that I play third file. He plays third file, so I have all this experience against third file. It'd really be nice to have another player at the club that plays this, and so I can just get 300 games against them and get more familiar with what I have to do. Because the same sort of thing was required against third file / opposing rook, is sort of just slowing down, understanding where the points will be, or, you know, where the points of attack might be. Yeah, because I'm still, despite the fact that I've played against this maybe, I don't know, 20 times, 20, 30 times. I don't have plans once I'm out of the opening. I don't have plans. Hey, Koshiro! No. I'm playing. This is I Dream of Shogi. So no. So I did not win. I ended up throwing. My pieces away, which is how I usually do it against this opening. You know, I was just saying, I thought that this is a weakness. I thought that this to me looked wrong. So I had mini alarm bells going off. So my idea was to try to get my knight up so that I could attack through these pawns. And the engine hates this move. Doesn't like I Dream of Shogi's move either here. I think it prefers 8-3. But I tried to take advantage of this to, like, give holes, but then I backed up afterwards, and I'm like, oh, maybe that's not going to work. You know, some of my idea here was push this pawn, come up here, bang away on this stuff. You know, there's no defenders. There could be. You know, I wanted to come in, but I'm just sort of, I think that was hope. That was just hope shogi. And then some of these moves where I make really weird moves are just, I ran out of time. And then from here it was smooth sailing, I think, for I Dream of Shogi. Does the engine like when I jump the knight to 3-7? Let's look at that. It wants 3-7 jump now. 3-7 jump is the number one move now. Which, you know, after I made this move, I realized, oh, I didn't need to prepare. I didn't need to prepare. So I was trying to prepare so that this wouldn't. What I saw was, if I do this, you do this, I do this, and then you push and you win the knight. But that's clearly not. You know, I would be able to take with the bishop. So I put one too many prophylactic moves in here. but you did this, and then 3/7 knight is the number one move again. Or yeah, engine's also liking this, but yeah, 3/7 knight is what this engine anyway. At depth 20, this is the best. 3/7 knight is the best move. I could just play the opposite side versus the engine, see what it does. I get, yeah, I guess. I don't know. I feel like I don't get, it's hard for me to take the engine seriously, but also it so easily swipes away anything I do that I think it discourages those ideas as plans. It's like I never, when I'm playing the engine, if I play the engine, I don't know if any of my plans are good because the engine crushes them all equally. If that makes sense. I could be doing a great plan, but the engine crushes me, or I could be doing a terrible plan and the engine also crushes me. Yeah, so I'm okay here. I think I'm okay. Like, yeah, like here is the peak. Here's my peak. My best point of disadvantage is minus 0.4. And it just wanted this sort of nothing burger, the nothing burger of exchanging off the pawn. Yeah, I need my opponent to be able to collapse before move 40. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely disagree. I've spoken at length about my feelings on the engine. I definitely disagree that we overvalue their opinion. So I'm not necessarily using them as opinion in some way. I'm trying to understand what makes a good move. What makes things good, what makes things bad. I think it requires a lot of finesse to be able to use the engine in an effective way. But I definitely don't think we overvalue it. Yeah, there is no opinion here. Yeah, exactly. As DrLennon says, the engine really has no opinion here. What are my plans? So we're at this point. Let's say I exchange this off. What my plan? My plan is just to batten down the hatches a little bit and hope that my opponent mistakes, or is that just middle game shogi? I don't like playing without an attack plan. It feels like I have no attack plan, but maybe that's my choice here because my opponent already has a castle. I just have to make my castle. My opponent has a castle here, but doesn't have also does not have the most clear, straightforward attack. So I batten down my hatches and something. So let's say I make the number one move. Let's say I make the number one move. Yeah, it's this same song and dance. This same song and dance. You know, I have no way to get my rook into the central file, which I think I might like, but yeah. And now we're at the point. So this is like this is the stuff that if I played someone in this opening, I think this is the stuff that I would be studying. Like right now, the engine wants this. Like these are the kind of moves that I don't quite understand intuitively, but after seeing it and then after playing it, like in those third file games I'm talking about, I sense, oh, that's okay. So now I know what I'm going for. You play this enough, you start understanding what you're going for. You know, this kind of stuff. This kind of stuff. Yeah. Wow. Wow. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna take with the silver, which is the third best move. Yeah. Everything is good. Everything is good. Everything's good in a similar way, but okay. So everything. So this is the magic. This is this is the only move for Gote. And you know, if I play someone 30, 50 games or whatever, they're going to eventually realize that. But that's that. Now we're talking. Now we have inequality on the board. Now we have something to play for. So why is this bad? Why is this bad? Oh, because we get this. Because we get this drop. Yeah. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. So that's the idea. So now there I've got a plan now. The idea that in this structure with we can start trying to build forks, that this pawn is going to be a building block for what we want to do once we get the knight. Yeah. And this obviously just sort of, well, not obviously. Let's say he does this, which is not good. Yeah, we make our way up. Yeah. Oh, I love this stuff. I love this. Okay, so how do I identify that? I in the game I started throwing away these ideas once I didn't have a bishop on that diagonal. But that's not the right way to be thinking about it. I need to sort of build an attacking base. Once my king is safer, I build this attacking base. I like it. I like it. I like it. So this is a plan. This is a plan. I need more plans against this opening. That's a plan. So we are countering the counter. I'm slow. I guess it is the plan to attack the bishop's head, but so I think in my mind a lot of times the plan of attacking the bishop's head means the plan of attacking 3-4. It's where the bishop sometimes is. I think I sort of see things sometimes when I'm thinking about the game during the game. I see them sort of statically. I see the bishop's head as here. I'm not seeing the bishop's head as here, which is something that the more I talk about it or more think about it, that that can change. But it's also one thing to think about attacking the head, but like I would just be. You have to know that I'm not just throwing pawns away, I think, is the key. I'm not just throwing pawns away by doing this. And I think I just need to see it once or twice. Like it's possible to attack the bishop's head by just throwing your pieces away, making it a bad attack. It's when is attacking a bishop's head a good idea versus when is it a pointless idea. I think that's something to see, or something for me anyway to think about, or I think about, and I think I'm a little too hesitant. But like these kinds of moves are the kinds of moves that I make, for example, again against third file rook, where I've seen a lot of these and I realize like what I want. Like I can visualize the end state of what I want, which is sometimes like to have a pawn here or whatever, or an open diagonal here and a pawn here and a bishop. Like I can imagine, I can see end states. I can see the patterns for what I want, but I don't play against this enough to know. But now I think I can see that not that it's even winning, not that it's even like purely equal, but it's an idea. It's an idea to go for and to hope my opponent messes up. Mm. All right. All right. This is great. This is great. This is great. Oops, I didn't need to back out. All right. What else is going on? What else is going on now on boy, it's got a lot of tabs open. Let's get to I'm going to evaluate Adrian Shogi's behavior as good, or should it be acceptable? Should it be acceptable or should it be good? I'll do good. I'm not a sore loser. What's my 81? What's my 10-second rating here? Where am I? What's my 10-second rating these days? Am I still 14Q? 15Q. I'm 15Q in 10-second games. 15Q. What is this? I can't even remember the last time I won. Ah, now I remember. All right, what else is going on? Nothing. All right. It's 1:36. Is that maybe that's it? The Twitch audience has left. The Twitch audience has left for the weekend. Maybe they know something that I should know. So yeah, that's I guess I was gonna say that'll be it for today, but I want to watch I Dream of Shogi. Feel free to stick around if you'd like. I'm gonna just watch this and enjoy with my cup of tea, and I like the days of Hachi One Diver where Gangi was weak. I like the days where Gangi was weak. I don't like these new days where Gangi is strong. Gangi needs a nerf. I don't think we've talked about the the new Urashino Ryu badge on Shogi Wars. There is a new badge for Urashino Ryu. And hey, Adun over on YouTube. Another one drops off of Twitch. Twitch is just my Twitch. Shogi Dad Twitch is in shambles today. It's just hurting. Has something happened recently that I'm unaware of, sort of politically in the world, that is making people upset at Twitch? So I seem to be hearing a little more of that buzz where people make an excuse to not go to Twitch, not just for my channel, for other. I just hear for some in some other channels, I'll hear someone make a something about some snide comment about Twitch. Has something happened, or is it just sort of the general I don't know. It's the Italian game. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Maybe Italian game is still sharp. Gangi can be sharp too, of course, but what would I call it? So are there any sort of lame openings for E4? Like what are the E4 lame, playing lame? What are the E4 playing lame openings? Like I think maybe the E4 playing lame opening is just playing D4. Oh, so you're talking about historically. Yeah, that's interesting. That it was popular in the old days, then lost out, and then came back. Gangi, I suppose, is sort of in that middle ground. It's not really... It's playing lame, but it's not quite playing lame. Like, you can't totally play lame in Shogi so easily. Or maybe you can. Maybe you can. Maybe you can play for Sneech today. Maybe like opposing rook. Maybe opposing rook is the closest we have to playing lame or playing for a draw. It's very like the London. You think you play the same structure versus everything. Ah, that's yeah, I was hesitant to say the London because I was thinking that Gangi isn't as lame as the London. But the London isn't necessarily yeah, you play the same structure, you get it's not the most swashbuckling of openings, but you certainly can make your attacks. Yeah, that's yeah. I love that I Dream of Shogi is commenting while he's playing. The Gangi that nobody plays that I see is the Gangi of Hachi One Diver, where he used Gangi to escort his king up the board. Got to go for that. Like you play from the beginning. You almost play from the beginning to enter your king. That's the dramatic Gangi that we need to see. I said in yesterday's podcast that that I was going to rewatch AlphaGo the AlphaGo documentary. Update. I did. Update 2. It was great again. It's so good. It's so good. Mm. Uh-huh. This feels very much like it was pre-canned. This is he's moving too quickly for this, I think, to have been just come up with over the board, but maybe. Very interesting. Very interesting. I'm not sure I like it. I mean, it gives up a rook, so I know I don't like it, but it's going to get us a horse. And it's going to get us an attack. Yeah, I like this. So this kind of pawn move is a way for the opponent to say, I see through what you did. And I think it's often a bluff. I think these types of moves, these 6-4 pawn drop moves, I think it's a bluff. You know, my poker senses are saying that my poker senses are saying that he's trying to demonstrate strength with a weak hand. The difference between what white and black go for in chess is much larger. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Sente advantage is much stronger than the black and white advantage. Because chess is a draw. Shogi is chess at best play is a draw. Shogi at best play is a win for Sente. Or at least it sure appears that way. Hmm. So I wonder why he didn't take that pawn. I guess taking the pawn would give an opportunity for the rook drop and then the gold drop on 6-3. Is he going to make the cannon? No, he can't make the cannon because the horse is guarding that square. Huh. He has been playing some sharp games today. Boy, I tell you. Getting some really interesting positions. So why the silver rather than the knight? We will see. We will see. Mm. Fair enough. Now the night drop is yeah there it is. Yeah, now the night drop seems like you have to do it. Does Gote have mate? I don't think so. Or Sente. Okay. You can't Tataki the rook, Tataki the rook, and then drop a silver. Or just bring the horse right now to 5-3. I think that's what I would have done. The problem as I see it is that the king still might be able to run No, no. I was gonna say the king could still run even if we take that rook, but no, that's not true because we'll be guarding this square. I'm still sensing bluff. I'm still sensing bluff. I don't know what it is about this game. Like usually when I watch stronger players play, I don't think their moves are bluffs. So this is not my normal. For some reason, I'm just feeling like all his moves are bluffs. Maybe it's because he's playing quickly. Well, he's not playing that quickly. He does have two knights. So even if we ignore this, check comes, or even if we ignore this, we take, he drops the knight again. Or it depends on how we take. So do we have mate? Do we have mate? If we drop the silver, king takes, we take the rook. So we drop the silver, king takes, we take, king takes, drop the rook. That doesn't mate, but it does win this bishop. But then again, the king could just run. No, Sente does not score 52. I think lately in the past year, Sente is up to like 58%, I think. It's like this past year of the men's pro game, I think someone there has been recent discussion on Japanese Twitter this year, and I think it's 56 to 58%. Engines, I think, are getting to the point where they're 90 plus. I think the recent the computer championship, I want to say, and hopefully this isn't complete misinformation, but I want to say that it's like 98% was the win rate for Sente. And chess white doesn't win 55%. There's draw. Draw is the huge result. I think our friend here is looking for mate, but maybe not. Do we have gold drop 7-7 ideas?
10秒
I don't think so. I think that just gives up too much, and we don't have a nice follow-up. Okay, so he didn't go for my attempt to win the rook and the bishop. This seems good though. Like this does seem good.
10秒 20秒1、2、
Ooh. So is there no Tsume? Is there no Tsumero on the board? Knight drop, king up, rook, take. That would be silver. So is there mate? You know, the this bishop is doing defensive work. So yeah, that's the I think that's the downside of taking that bishop or that knight first. Yeah. I think this is and now the rook comes behind. Rook comes behind, yeah. Then if we drop another gold, the knight takes, and then we take, and then it's what do we do? Do we take the knight? Do we take take the bishop now? Ah, that's kind of good too. Yeah, this way is good because now both are on pre. Both major pieces are on pre. So what's the move? Is it take? Is it take? Same dragon here.
10秒。20秒1、2、3、4。
Yeah, now he's off to the races. So maybe this is what he read from the beginning when he played Gangi.
10秒。
To be able to run his king up the board. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. That's how we do it. So I think I was right. I think he was bluffing. I thought those were bluffs. I'm going to take this Kifu into Lee Shogi. I want to see those evals for those two moves. The two moves that I was thinking about. The two moves that my brain just my brain insta thought bluff. There we go. So here's one. Here's one. So 6-4 is not in the top moves. Okay, it's not terrible, but it's interesting. So this position here, yeah. So I'm gonna guess Adriano Shogi has played this very position before. But like I said, this seems way too pre-baked. This kind of idea seems way too pre-baked. But maybe not. Maybe it is just the double exchange possibility. But he played it so quickly. But yeah, okay. So this was bluff. That pawn drop. Okay. So that's one. Okay. I think this is the other one that I thought was a bluff. And yeah, it was not real, but it wasn't completely terrible. Yeah, and silver takes was it. Silver takes, it was terrible. The more it computes, the more it didn't like this. So yeah, silver, he played the best. He played the best move. That said, this move was also great. They're both still completely winning. Yeah. Nice, 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 nice. Oh, that's so it looks like it was so clean. Never a doubt. Oh, not the exact position, but it's an idea you've studied. Nice. No, I didn't doubt it. No, so I didn't doubt the trade. I thought you played it so quickly. Like the whole thing came together so quickly that it felt to me like it was like a pre-baked idea. Like I have a similar, I don't want to say similar, but I have a similar-ish plan that involves like once the opponent has a silver on 3-6, there's this common, I don't want to say common, but this Urashino Ryu plan where I make a sack or even as a pawn just to get over here to take the rook or to take the silver with the rook. It's like this pre-baked idea into the opening based on what the opponent does that I just kind of, like you did, I just kind of blasted out there. So the fact that you played it so quickly and it's so kind of spectacular makes me think that, oh, you must have had this before. It's like, it's the more you, as the person as the person it's done against, I imagine that it's just like one of those where you think you're fine, and then the more you look at it, the more you realize you're in bad shape. That was awesome. That was really awesome. Very cool. All right. All right. Tournament to master game. Tournament to master game. I don't really know any of these players, though. I don't know who these people are. If they take the pawn, you were going to do the idea there. I'll move 48. So if they take the pawn, then you... Yeah, yeah. It doesn't seem as strong here, though, because this silver is defended by the rook. You don't get that sort of nasty bishop promotion. I think this is a position where I would have made the alternate. So if they take let's say they take, I would take, and if they drop, I think I take this way. But the engine does like the rook way a little better. Not a little better, a lot better. It's minus 20.7 or minus 21.9 versus minus 16.8. So it's significantly better to take with the rook. But why? Because we get the check? Why is this better, so much better? Oh, I guess he can block. He can block or run. He doesn't have to take. He doesn't have to take here. But he... Oh, well, okay, let's say he does, because taking is the best move. And now this piece is slightly... Yeah. Well, it's not really risk. So let's... Yeah, this pawn cannot be dropped. Yeah, that feels pretty bad. That feels pretty bad. That does feel pretty bad. Is this This is not Tsumero. This is not Tsumero. So okay, well that is the best move, but so I saw the best move before making this, but I discounted it. Ah, okay. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Hmm. Wow, that's nasty. This poor guy, just was like, I got my Yagura. I'm good. He's in his Yagura. His king is safe. He did what the books say to do. I didn't see this part of the game. How the hell did that get there? Wow. That's nerve. It's nerve. It's nerve. I think that's a move I would make when I'm streaming, but not a move I would make. So I usually play worse when I'm streaming, much worse when I'm streaming. But I think this is a move I would make when I'm streaming, just because I feel like obligated to do the 2-for-1. And to show people the lie that I don't only care about rooks. All right. That's gonna do it for me. That's gonna do it. No one else is playing. Great to see everybody. Please check out the podcast if you haven't, and probably see people tomorrow. I will probably be streaming some WSL games tomorrow. I'm excited. Sorry that the Hikaku bot test was aborted so quickly. It was a disappointment. It was a disappointment. It didn't work out like I had planned. So that's it. I'll see you all later. See you, Magic Based. Take care. And as soon as I can find the OBS button to close, I will shut down. Bye.